territory.
Leopard! 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 Leopard!
They begin with Henry. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. The pitch to Henry. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed out right. Throw right side here, complete. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Eluding the pressure right. Goes underneath for Henry. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Blue, landed!
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They get it to him running left. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Leopard! Over!
Here's Henry. And he had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And Myers able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better than that.
We'll find out. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Von Miller in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
To throw is Watson. To throw on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hey, 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 hey! 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
They'll set up to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 56 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Over! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Gone. Detroit.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Richmond. Come back.
After the interception, here's Watson. This is Gordon on the dump off. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Come back. Richmond. Come back. Richmond.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And a hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tiger. Come back. Tiger. Let's go, defense. Stay on the field, defense.
Watson just beating the play clock. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Richmond. Come back. Tiger. Come back.
On 1st and 10, Watson over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 1st down, Watson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Anthony Barr. In there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a fourth down. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 319. 319.
He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now out comes Houston. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Come back, come back.
Now Watson on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Richmond. Tiger.
Out of the gun, Watson. Complete. Richardson has it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come back, come back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Tiger. Come back. Richmond.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. Watson looks to throw again. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Come back. Richmond.
From the red zone now, Watson. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Steps away to his left. And it's caught. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Tiger.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
Again, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
56. Lucky 56.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Second down, here's Henry. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now out comes Houston. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Fletcher Cox in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Flushed out right. Open man right side is Sharp. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Come back, come back.
Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One last throw here for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.